Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anais Carmona, and I will be doing my research study on the effects of domestic violence on self-esteem. More specifically, my research question is on the long-term effects of exposure to domestic violence in childhood, ages 7 to 14, and its effects on self-esteem in adulthood. So why is this research important? According to the Center for Disease and Control, or the CDC, 15 million children are exposed to domestic violence per year. There was a study conducted by Dubé, Anda, and Fidelity, which focused on the implications of exposure to domestic violence. And they found that the children exposed to DV had a higher propensity to be or to suffer from multiple forms of abuse. Um, that included physical, mental, emotional, and sexual abuse. The effects of domestic violence are not only towards the victim, but also to our society. So healthcare, for example, is also affected. When a victim goes to get treatment for injuries suffered by a DV incident, it is fairly common that they will provide with a fake alias or fake name so that their abuser will not have to suffer any consequences. And so when the hospitals or clinics send the bill, well, there's no one to pay for that bill because that person doesn't exist. So who gets stuck with this bill? Well, the taxpayer does. Also, the victims of domestic violence at times, or again fairly frequently, they have to stop working because they're stalked or because they have to flee their abusive relationship, and so they have to stop working, which means that they have a loss of income and they have to resort to public assistance, so cash, food stamps, etc. Our school system also suffers because children have to be pulled out of school if they have to go into a shelter, or even children that start acting out and they start being truant at school. So that our school system is also affected by DV. I will be using the quantitative research method, and I will also be doing a cross-sectional design. So I will be doing a survey. The survey will focus or will ask about um, age, gender, if they were exposed to DV. So I will try and determine if the individual was exposed to DV, the severity of their exposure to DV, and I will also be using the Rosenberg Self-Esteem survey, which basically calculates or gives each answer of the question a number or a point system, and then it'll add that and it will indicate what the self-esteem level is for the individual taking the survey. I will ask, or I would post this on the social media site, and I will provide the link, and I will ask my friends and family to participate in this survey in hopes that I will have a good turnaround number with the survey. My hypothesis and variables. So I hypothesize that there would be a lower self-esteem levels in adults exposed to domestic violence versus adults not exposed to domestic violence. My independent variable is exposure to domestic violence, and my dependent variable is self-esteem level. And here are my references. I would really appreciate any comments from you guys, any constructive criticism or feedback, and thank you for your time, guys. Have a good one.